You have spoken about the stress of wearing masks, and that is metaphorical masks, not KN95 masks and whatever like fashion statements you try to make with those. But the impact that one of those metaphorical masks can have on a person, and the best work that they're able to do. So as an African-American in a corporate setting, or the only woman faculty member in a department, and so on. So as a leader, how do you think about creating an environment where people can be their whole self?
I love that question, because the whole concept of diversity, equity, and inclusion for me has become, when you find a place, either because you've created it or you're lucky enough to be part of it otherwise, where the greatest number of people can remove their masks and thus do their best work. Because my theory is that most of us do come into work settings or organized settings hiding something about ourselves, or trying to meet a culture that for us is inherently countercultural, right? And so for some of us, it could be being a woman in a male predominated environment and trying to, quote, fit in, and trying to do the kabuki dance of, okay, this is the cultural norm. And even though this is alien to me, I think that I need to do this in order to succeed. Or the only Black or brown person in a setting, or the only openly gay person, or the closeted gay person who is trying to navigate using gender neutral terminology to describe a weekend, so that that person isn't outed, right? But those aren't the only kinds of masks. Sometimes the mask is, wow, everybody here has an East Coast accent, and I'm from Southern Alabama, which my family first found itself in Alabama 200 years ago plus. So I think I can say this, but I'm trying to mask my accent, because I think, even though I'm really, really smart, I think if they hear my voice, they'll make other assumptions about me. And so I need to fit in by not sounding my true self. I mean, there are all kinds of masks. Mm-hmm. Maybe, I'm in a setting where everyone's, a very wealthy, and I don't want people to know that I come from some other kind of background, right? Maybe that's the mask you're wearing, but we all wear them. And so creating an environment where people come to trust that it's okay to acknowledge we wear masks, A. B, that they can remove their masks on a path to being their most authentic self. Those are the environments where magic happens, because what I've learned on my life journey is that when people can be their authentic self, they do their best work. They are more loyal. They are more likely to stay. They will work their heart out for you when they are in a place where they believe they are valued for who they are, right? And so that is what diversity, equity, and inclusion has become. And yes, I do believe there are guideposts that that are helpful in the discussion of diversity, equity, and inclusion. But I also believe that when most people in an organization believe diversity, equity, and inclusion is not about some other person, that they have something to lose by the conversation of diversity, equity, and inclusion, it's more likely to live. It's more likely to win. And finding ways where more people can be part of the DEI conversation, in my experience, has been a winning formula.